When they say that inflation is down, they mean from a baseline where groceries are already 30% more expensive than they were when Donald Trump was president. And they're not saying it's coming down. They're just saying it's not going up as fast as it was 3 years ago. That is not a reputation or a record to brag on. That's a record to be ashamed of. Why did it take them so long to get inflation to where it is? And why are prices so high? It's because Kamala Harris failed to do her job.
Kamala has declared that tackling inflation will be a day one priority. Just think of it. For her, but day one for Kamala was 3.5 years ago. Why hasn't she done it?
And that was former President Trump and his running mate, Senator J.D. Vance, on inflation while campaigning in separate swing states yesterday. We are finally getting our first look at some of the Vice President's, Kamala Harris's, economic agenda points. Her campaign says that she will call for a federal ban on corporate price gouging to combat high prices. A new Fox News poll finds the economy is still the top issue for voters, followed by immigration and abortion. 73% of voters say that the economy is in poor shape. 57% say that they are struggling, as Trump leads Harris by 6 points on the economy. Senator Eric Schmitt reveals that monthly prices for the average person in Missouri have skyrocketed since Biden and Harris took office. They now pay at least $1,000 more every month compared to just 4 years earlier. Joining me now, the man himself, Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt, a member of the Senate Armed Services and Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committees. Senator, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you so much.
Good to be with you, Maria. Yeah, good to be with you.
So Kamala Harris wants to make a federal ban on price gouging. My question is, who's going to determine what's price gouging?
Yeah, exactly. It empowers the federal bureaucrats to the nth degree, right? And that's exactly what their strategy's always been. And what's interesting, Maria, is Kamala Harris is directly tied to this. You don't need to actually try to reach and figure out how she relates to inflation. Not only did she, when she was a senator, was she to the left of Bernie Sanders and, you know, helped write the Green New Deal and believes in this stuff with all of her heart. When she was vice president, currently, she was the tie-breaking vote on the American Recovery Act and the so-called Inflation Reduction Act. That pumped $2.4 trillion worth of spending into the economy, which has directly led to the inflation that we see, in addition to their terrible energy policy. So all of those things, those two things in particular, you know, declaring war on domestic energy production and all of this reckless spending has led to inflation. And as you mentioned in the lead-in here, that's $1,000 more a month, every single month for 3.5 years. You total all of that up, that's 40 grand for the average individual in Missouri. That's nuts. It's nuts. And so that's why I think she can't really run away from a record, because she's directly tied to it.
So, I mean, that's why she's trying to blame corporate America and coming up with this idea that companies are price gouging and it's their fault that prices are up. Meanwhile, every month we follow the consumer price index, the producer price index, and we see that on the producer level, prices are up. Of course, if companies are paying more for the product, they're going to turn around and raise prices as well. But she never mentions her spending and the $7 trillion of spending on her watch.
No, and I'll tell you what, so right now you can tell in this background I'm at the Missouri State Fair. And so you talk to our agricultural community. It's all of the input costs, Maria. The reason why it's not just the energy and the transportation to get from A to B, all the feed costs, right? All of the fertilizer costs, all of that stuff has gone up. And so then, of course, that gets passed along and the consumers pay the price when they go to the grocery store. And that's the sticker shock that hasn't gone away. And what's going to drive this election, I think, in November is when people say, am I better off than I was 4 years ago? Every week they have the tail of the tape with their grocery bill.
Yeah, I know, but I'm wondering why these polls are so tight. I mean, I'm going to get to the fair in a moment, but a new Fox News poll finds that voters trust former President Trump more than VP Kamala Harris on immigration and on the border and on the economy, by the way. He leads her by nearly 20 points on these issues. A leaked Border Patrol memo revealed that agents arrested a Palestinian migrant who was on the terrorist watch list at the New Mexico border on Monday. It's not known which terrorist organization he's allegedly affiliated with, but he's listed on the watch list for using explosives and firearms. There have been 1,700 encounters of migrants on the terrorist watch list in the last 4 years at our country's borders. I mean, this is pretty incredible. And back in 2018, then Senator Kamala Harris led a group of Democrat senators in calling for a reduction in funding for ICE. She said she wanted to reject the appropriations entirely for additional Border Patrol agents and border wall construction. So what is she going to do now differently, since we know she was against ICE, she was against the police, she wanted to defund all these groups?
Yeah, and she came out actually in one of the few unscripted moments her handlers have allowed her to have, say she's going to get rid of all the detention facilities. I mean, what are you going to do? You've got 10 million people here illegally, Maria, and it's a national security concern in addition to the fentanyl that's streaming across. I mean, you've got terrorists coming here. You've got people, these are not just from Central America. These are from Iran. You've seen a, 3,000% increase in Chinese nationals crossing the border, and the espionage that's taking place. They've been caught around military installations. So she's got no plan, because at the core of who she is, Maria, is she tried to dismantle Title 42 when she was a United States Senator, and again, to the left of Bernie Sanders. In the first 100 days, the Biden-Harris administration did all the successes that we had under President Trump when we had a secure border. It is not in her DNA. She is full-blown open borders and amnesty. They're already going to work to try to get these 10 million people here illegally turned into voters. That's who they are. So they're trying to hide her, but she can't hide from her record.
Well, I mean, look, I know Republicans have been ripping Biden and Harris over providing taxpayer-funded health care to illegal immigrants. I mean, she's talked about Medicare for all. So there's that. We don't know if that's going to be part of her plan or not, because now her aides are trying to say, no, she's not going to do Medicare for all. So we'll see what she comes out with tomorrow. But I want to get your take quickly on this. There's this recent report by the Commission on the National Defense Strategy. They found that the U.S. could lose a conflict, if it were in a conflict with China and Russia in a global war, unless significant changes are made to our national defense strategy. You recently wrote about this on X. You said our defense industrial base is more limited than it's been in decades, and that St. Louis can be the defense tech capital of the United States. How so?
Well, look, I think our current foreign policy by the Washington establishment has been like the movie, everything, everywhere, all at once. We can't do that. We do not have the industrial base to be everywhere all the time. And so whether you want to call it a rebirth of American realism or being a prioritizer, the truth of the matter is Europe needs to step up and rebuild their industrial base. If they got from the 2%, which is their goal right now, to 3.4% of their GDP for defense spending, that would free up hundreds of billions of dollars for us to defend the homeland here and turn our attention where it needs to be, which is China. China's for real, Maria. You know this. You talk about it. They're in space. They built islands in the South China Sea. They have a bigger Navy, not a better Navy. We've got to get serious about this, and we're going to have to challenge conventional thinking on it.
Yeah, that's a great point. You're at the Missouri State Fair happening right now. You've got the governor's ham breakfast kicking off this morning. It's one of the state's largest political events of the year. Tell us what you're hearing. Tell us about the importance of this fair and what you think you're going to learn from constituents.
Well, I think these are the kind of events that you get to, right, that when the New York, Times writes a postmortem of why Republicans win, they treat real America, middle America, flyover country, so-called flyover country, as a petting zoo. They don't understand. So when you're here and you're talking to people, you understand the real challenges people have, the food producers and real Americans who are struggling. They're struggling every day, and it's important to be here, and that's why we're always here at the State Fair to talk about those issues.
All right. Great to see you, Senator. Thanks so much.